Bang!
And then absolutely the one to watch in this one from the back of the grid, 3-4-5 Lewis Carpenter, our current Gold Chop track champion. So 3-4-5 Lewis Carpenter with all the work to do from the back of the grid. And away we go on the rolling lap. It will be Riley Parkins who leads the way, looking to the starter for our green flag. The green drops and away we go. So here we go, let's get some racing underway. Evie Lee Brown with a slow start, trying to find the gear. Hopefully she'll get going as she comes to a stop, but in a safe position. So it's Riley Parkins who leads the way, but Shelby Crandon already looking around the outside with an excellent turn of pace on the pit bend. So Shelby Crandon giving Riley a run for his money down the home straight, and indeed Shelby Crandon now takes up pole position in this one. Good to see that Evie Lee Brown did get going in the end. We've lost Lewis Carpenter, our star driver, our gold top driver, has come a cropper on the pit bend and sits on the rumble strips. It looks like he's going to be able to rejoin, but he's not going to be winning this one, I don't think, from that position. So commiserations for Lewis in this one as he looks to rejoin. But it's Shelby Crandon out in front on the back straight from Riley Parkins, and I think it's 481 Alfie Clark Morris doing very well in third position. And only his second outing here at Grimley, you wouldn't know it. Lewis Carpenter now back up into the places and looking to pass Harry Ramsden. I don't think that'll be just unlapping himself after that earlier spin. We've got Patsy Griffiths chasing down Phoebe Grace Todd-Hunter as well there on the car park bend. As Mason Fairbrother looks to the outside of Callum McGing. It's a long way around that bottom bend, so Mason Fairbrother can't quite make it stick, but it will continue to put pressure on Callum. Action-packed racing here at Grimley with plenty of cars of varying speeds, and the drivers doing an excellent job of keeping some clean racing. Remember, this is non-contact racing. They're three abreast on the back straight. Wow, hair and scare and stuff on the back straight as Harry Ramsden on the inside line with Lewis Carpenter on the outside, and Archie Newey losing a couple of places there to our red top and gold top drivers. 4 laps this time by for Shelby Crandon with a commanding lead in this one from white grade. A bit of a tangle there as Harry Marston's ended up on the dirt, and they come to a bit of a slow on the back straight as they pass Evie Lee Brown in 197, but all drivers managing to get past okay. And the 2-lap board drops on Shelby Crandon out in front in this one. One to watch is Logan Tout, who's closing that gap very, very quickly. Can Logan Tout make his mark on this one in the late stages as he puts pressure on Shelby Crandon round the pit bend and indeed dives up inside? Superb driving from Logan Tout to take the lead in this one with 1 lap remaining. So it's Logan Tout, 92 now, out in front with a superb turn of pace from Shelby Crandon. And I think it'll be 156 Harry Marston who will take it up third, but all eyes now on the checkered as we see Logan Tout take the first win of the afternoon from Shelby Crandon. And Harry Marston with a superb drive all the way from the back of the grid. As he takes third position. And we bring this one under caution with the red flags out. And at the back of the grid, we've got, and then we've got 6, 7, 8 Logan Staunton, and then looking further back, our sole red top driver, Liam Fairbrother in 115, who will absolutely be the one to watch in this one. I suspect we are looking at a battle between Liam and Logan Staunton here, but we count down for what we call a clutch start. Green flag drops and away they go with no rolling lap. Slow start there from Shaylon Lacey and from 8 Carter Harvey, and that's allowed Lawson Lunn and Logan Staunton to capitalise there. So Lawson Lunn and Logan Staunton quickly up to the front of the grid here, and already Liam Fairbrother, our sole red top driver. Oh, I say that, Logan Staunton's just taking it round. So on this bouncy Grimley circuit, very easy for the drivers to lose control, and unfortunately Logan Staunton came a cropper there on the pit bend and has tumbled down the order. That's allowed Lawson Lunn out in front, and already our sole red top driver Liam Fairbrother absolutely setting the pace here as they will come across the back marking Carter Harvey in number 8, so they will look to negotiate him cleanly, and indeed they both do on the car park bend. And now Lawson Lunn, his mirrors full of 115, Liam Fairbrother, the most experienced of our Ninja Kart drivers here today, and certainly the one to watch for the podium places as they catch up with Eli Smoothie, our back marking 511 machine. Logan Staunton very much back in this despite the spin. He's back up already into third position, but he's got a long, long way to go to catch up with our front runners at the moment. Lawson Lunn doing a superb effort, it must be said, to hold off the challenge from Liam Fairbrother as they once again pass Carter Harvey in number 8 and now look to the outside of Leo Ashdown. It's a long way on the outside line there. We've lost Logan Staunton again, unfortunately, on the car park bend, and that looks a little bit more terminal as he's stranded on the grass banking. So it looks like Logan Staunton well out of this one, and that final podium position now very much up for grabs for one of our other drivers. So Liam Fairbrother looks up the inside of Shaylon Lacey to try and get past Lawson, but what a superb battle here we've got. What a superb battle we have here at the front of the grid. I must admit, I thought Liam Fairbrother would make easy work of Lawson, but he's having none of it. Oh, and just as I say that, Liam Fairbrother does make a dash up the inside line with 4 laps to go this time by, so they went different sides of the back marking Carter Harvey there. And I think Liam Fairbrother now has definitely made that lead stick, so Lawson Lunnett will be demoted to 2nd position. But these drivers are a long way off 3rd position. Currently our 3rd position man is Shaylon Lacey in 77 on the back straight. So Shaylon looks like he'll be getting some extra points on the leaderboard. But no doubts about our leader, Liam Fairbrother, 1:15. It'll be 2 laps this time by for Liam. Oh, a good battle there between Leo Ashdown and Shaylon Lacey down the back straight as they're neck and neck. As Liam Fairbrother enters his final lap this time by. Ella Rose Todhunter looks to negotiate a way past number 8 of Carter Harvey. So laps Carter in the number 8, and Liam Fairbrother now looks to the outside of Shaylon, and indeed takes the checker flag. So 1:15 Liam Fairbrother is who takes the spoils in heat number 1 from Lawson Lunn 188, and we will continue to run these while we count back to get our final grid positions, so we'll continue to run them. Drivers need to keep racing around at this point because these top 2 drivers are so far ahead in this one, we're allowing the other drivers to complete their laps. 77 now comes through for 3rd position, so well done to Shaylon Lacey. And we do now drop the red flag on the open heat for the IndyCar. So Liam Fairbrother currently sits top of the 2024 points championship at what is now we're into the 2nd half of. Much be the one to come from nowhere, I suspect, as we get the rolling lap underway with Nathan Lewis in 3:71. So here we go with what I have no doubt will be an action-packed F2 Outlaw heat number 1 as we look to the starter for the green flag, and it drops and away we go with a good start from 3:71 Nathan Lewis. We've got 221 Sam Steele and 216 Matt Smith in there as well. Given the bumper already, we've got a stationary car on the back straight, Owen Strong before. Unfortunately, we're going to have to check with the stewards if he's in the same position there. And already Sam Steele's under a lot of pressure in 2nd position. Nathan Lewis already getting a bit of a lead away as Ryan Weston now comes through as the first of the Blue Grade drivers. It's good to see we've got Owen Strong has managed to get away in this one. So Ryan Weston is in 2nd position, but still out in front is Nathan Lewis in 3:71. Charlie Payson with a good lunge up the inside and over the rumbles on the inside of Matt Smith to take up 3rd position in this one. And Mick Jackson also with a good turn of pace looking up the inside. Oh no, Mick Jackson, just like saying that, has got turned around on the pit bends. We've lost Mick Jackson in 2:42. And it's Ant Masters, the first of the red top drivers to come through as he overtakes Matt Smith and up into 4th position. Mick Jackson has managed to rejoin us, but is well off the pace and staying off the racing line. Nathan Lewis is still out in front in this one, but Ryan Weston closing the gap lap after lap, so Nathan Lewis is going to have to keep an eye on his mirrors as Ryan Weston quickly closes him down. Similarly, Ant Masters is on the inside of Charlie Payson now, gets a good getaway up the back straight, and will take up 3rd position in this one. So great. Oh, Mick Jackson's come a cropper again on the car park bend. Unfortunately, Owen Strong looks up the inside of Sam Steele. So action all over the track in this one. Ollie Holford now making his mark as well up into, I think, 5th position. Mick Jackson retires to the infield. And Masters on the inside of Nathan Lewis. Charlie Payson goes a little bit wide there on the pit bend, so it's Ryan Weston now in front in 5:02, our blue top driver, but no stranger to the podium is Ryan. Can he hold off the challenge from the red top driver and Masters in 25, who's come all the way from the back of the grid, from the red grade? on Nathan Lewis, a bit of a nudge there. So Kyle Broadway, our other red top driver, up into third position as Ryan Weston negotiates the back marking 173 of Paul Smith. We could be on for a very, very close finish here as Ant Masters does everything. He's giving it everything he can with one lap this time. For Ant Masters, will we look at a last bend lunge on Ryan Weston in 5:02? Nathan Lewis, unfortunately, after a great early race, has retired in this one. Ant Masters goes for the lunge, gives Ryan Weston the lunge and takes the win. What a superb lunge there from Ant Masters, our red top driver, on the last bend. Nudging Ryan Weston out of the way and taking the win. Fantastic racing from the Formula 2 Outlaws stock cars. Commiserations to Nathan Lewis, who drove a superb race early on and just retired in the closing stages. Wow. Also got out there Jamie Holloway in 99 in the much smaller Fiesta. As you can see, most of the drivers here opting for the Astras and Focuses, but Sam Cordell braving it in a Fiesta, and we've got 166 Mark Fletcher out there as well. We've also got 210 Mason Brooks in a very used looking Astra, and it's good to see 823 Mike Bishop out there as well. Mike took an absolute pounding up at Birmingham years and years ago and took quite a nasty injury, so it's really good to see Mike Bishop back out the track. The green flag drops away, we go with Ashley Harrison in 46 leading the way from Brad Town in 92, and Tyler Brett 286, very much one to watch as he's never far from the action. But it's, and already Tyler Brett's pushing 992 Brad Town, who moves Dan Lacey to the infield in this one. So Tyler Brett pushes Brad Town through into the lead, and it's Brad Town 992 leading the way, Mason Brooks at 210 also on the infield. We've got Tyler Brett spinning and trying to spin out Brad Town, but it's Ashley Harrison who also goes for a spin. So Tyler Brett now takes up the running from 992 Brad Town. Jack Priest there in third position. Jack Priest currently second in the points at the Magnus, but we wanted to get some more points on the leaderboard. Jack Priest with a big lunge on Brad Town. Brad held it out of the plating. So your current leader is 286, the Team G's driver of Tyler Brett, very much in the action usually and going for the hits, but good to see that he can race as well. So here he is showing them how it's done out in front, very much outnumbered amongst these scrapyard screamers, but he's currently leading the way in his Astra estate in the turquoise blue. So Carl Lewis goes for a nudge on, Carl Smith goes for a nudge on Brad Town there, Brad Town's Focus. And Mason Brooks goes for a spin, or tried it at least, on 144 Sam Cordell in the little Fiesta. So So Tyler Brett is still out in front of this one as he laps Sam Cordell in the Fiesta. Tyler getting very sideways on the pit bend, but holds it. As the rest of the drivers come through, Brad's out, lost a few positions in this one. So Jack Priest now with a big push on Sam Cordell's Fiesta. Sam does manage to keep it out of the fence, so well done to Sam for keeping that little Fiesta in order. We've only got 3 laps left to run in this one, in the opening heat. Sam Cordell very sensibly taking a wider line here to stay out of trouble in his Fiesta. But it's still Tyler Brett out in front, and he's going to be looking at the back marking. Now what's Brad's out up to here? Brad's slowing down on the outside line. I think he might be looking to stop Tyler Brett potentially in this one. Who's Brad's out after as he slows down? He's looking to, I think it's Jack Priest he's after. So Brad's out now in the action as they look to take Jack Priest up into the placing with a big following. Wow, big following from Brad's out on Jack Priest. Helped along, of course, by Mark Fletcher during that time the check-in is gone. On to A6 Tyler Brett. Mason Brooks gets knocked into the stranded 992 Brad's out as well. Wow, so nice follow in there on the pit bend from a combination of Mark Fletcher and Brad Howe. Brad waiting for Jack to pass him, picking his moment, latching onto that back bumper. Escort, and then looking further back we've got Winston Price, we've got Jack Buckley, we've got Ray Clark and 28 Ash Newey there. We've also got our lady racer 792 Jess Tapp, currently second in the points after graduating from the Girl Power Formula. And then looking to the back we've got number 9 Graham Jackson in the very smart Fiesta. So away we go with 26 Tom Steele, and already Ryan Haytree makes his mark into second position. Bit of argy-bargy amongst the red tops already in this one. With Dwayne Underwood taking a wider line to allow Winston Price through, as well as Jack Buckley. Jess Town looks to get up the inside line of 22 Ray Clark as well at the back of the grid. And number 9 Graham Jackson doing his best to get some laps in before the faster drivers catch him. We've got 29 Wayne Wadcock now looking at the inside of Mitchell Price as the Corsa Bs are side by side. As you can see, the main cars of choice here are the Escort, Fiesta, Corsa B and the 106 and Saxo, so plenty of variety in this field. So Tom Steele is still out in front. Still out in front in the blue Escort Mark III. But Ryan Haytree quickly catching him up on the back straight. Jack Buckley makes a move as well on the inside of Mitchell Price. And number 9 Graham Jackson with a big lunge there, knocked Dwayne Underwood to one side there. So a little bit not really holding his line there is number 9 Graham Jackson, and he's caught Dwayne Underwood in front of the traffic, but they both got away with it. And as we now look to the back straight, we've got Ryan Haytree looking at the inside of Tom Steele for the lead. They're going to catch Dwayne Underwood pretty quickly in this one, in his Saxo with the superb spoiler on the roof. So once again, Ryan Haytree looks at the inside but can't find a clean way through. Remember, these are non-contacts, so where they're bunching up, they can't just nudge their competitors out of the way. They've got to find a clean way through as Winston Price looks to the outside of 29 Wayne Wadcock. Oh, it's all getting a bit tangled up on the back straight now. I think Wayne Wadcock's lost power there and has retired to the infield. 22 Ray Clark got it a bit sideways there, which has allowed Ben Mayo a glance up the inside. This racing's getting very tight now with Graham Jackson holding up the pack. Ryan Haytree does finally get through Tom Steele and at the inside of Graham Jackson, who's now going to have the entire pack swarm him. But he's done well to keep out of trouble there on the outside line as he knew the quicker drivers were coming through. It looks like 55 Mitchell Price might have lost power somewhere in that as well as he's dropped down the field. Tom Steele gets a bit of a nudge there on the front and the bumper's ripped off. Winston Price now looks to the outside of our yellow top driver. Ryan Hashley is doing a superb job of staying out in front ahead of these red top drivers. Can Ryan hold on for this one with one lap this time by? 22, Ray Clark looks at the inside. We've got a big coming together there with Jack Buckley taking damage. And 26, Tom Steele getting caught up as well, so yellow flags. So we've had a big coming together there on the back straight. I think that was inevitable after some very, very close pack racing there. It was always going to happen, and we eventually, unfortunately, it was Jack Buckley, number 7, who took the brunt of the damage in his Corsa. Unfortunately, the Corsa B there taking some damage at the front end for Jack, so hopefully he can get that fixed later on. And with only one lap left to run, we have called that one, so the checkered flag is out. We've also got 16 Max White out there. We've got 66 Mark Holmes out there. What a superb turnout we have of our V8 stock cars here this afternoon. We've also got 168 Sam Chambers as well, so a good showing from the V8 stock cars. Let's see what they can do on the tarmac. To the starter for the green flag, so the green flag drops and away they go, pedal to the metal for the V8 stock cars. And it's 5-2-2. Paul Collins now under pressure from 2-1-4, Daniel Jennings, and 2-1-2 Dave White Jr. in third. I don't know why I'm commentating because you can probably hear none of this. It's 2-1-4, Daniel Jennings out in front in this one. And already Dave White from the Blue Tops making his mark on this one in 4th position. Brad Moss also making his way past corner 2, Ashley Wareham and Mark Holmes. So Brad Moss in the gold livery will be the one to watch from the back, but it's 2-1-4, Daniel Jennings out in front. 5-2-2, Paul Collins drops a couple of places there as Sam Chambers overtakes him. So Sam James in 168 is looking up the inside there. Brad Moss has a superb move there as he looks over the rumbles and manages to overtake 3 cars in one straight there. So Brad Moss over to Paul Collins, Sam Wainwright and 17 Robert Scriven, but Robert Scriven's given him an absolute shove back in the pit bend, so Brad Moss turned aside there. Wow. From Robert Scriven, it was having none of it, and actually Brad Moss has now tumbled down the position somewhat. As 227 Sam Wainwright also regained his place. Brad Moss now under some attack from Mark Holmes as well, so it didn't quite go to plan there for Brad Moss in the goal machine, but out in front is still Daniel Jennings in 2-1-4 from 2-1-2 Dave White Jr. and Dave White 209 in 3rd position. So the first of the red top drivers was 17, Robert Scriven, but now Sam Wainwright's also having a go at this. So Sam Wainwright now up into 4th position and looking strong for challenge for the podium, but there's only 4 laps left to go. Unfortunately, Robert Scriven's picked up a puncture on the front left, and I think that might be hampering his progress somewhat, as he's now under pressure from 15, Brad Moss. But they're very much bunching up at the front now with Sam Wainwright looking to challenge for the podium as he passes Dave White and looks to chase down Dave White Jr. with 2 laps this time by. Paul Collins in 5-2-2, the back marker very much sensibly moving out off the racing line. Dave White Jr. losing out a couple of places there, so Sam Wainwright's now up into 2nd position on the final lap. Are we going to see last lap lunge here. 209 bounces over the run boards, but no need for it. Sam Wainwright doesn't need the last lap lunge as he turns up the inside of 214. Daniel Jennings to take the checkered flag. So Sam Wainwright from the red top all the way through the grid takes the win from 214. Daniel Jennings, who held on to second position despite immense pressure, and Dave White came through fourth, third in 209. And the red flags come out on the V8 stock cars for their opening heat. I've no voice left, you couldn't hear any of my commentary anyway. But let's be honest, that was brilliant. We've got 227 Sam Wainwright who came through from the red top to take the lead in the last lap on the back straight, passing Daniel Jennings in 214, who held on for so. So the rolling lap underway. Just to make sure we've got all our drivers moving. Evie Lee Brown hesitated a moment, but looks like she's moving well. So we can get the other drivers away, including Heat 1 race winner 92 Logan Tout will be one to watch again in this one. And starts from the back with the green flag, drops on Riley Parkins, 24, who leads the way. And will be trying to open up a gap between himself and the chasing drivers. 481 Alfie Clark Morris doing very well for an inexperienced driver, it must be said. Evie Brown getting it a little bit sideways, a little bit crossed up as she goes into pit bend, gets a tap and bounces dramatically over the rumbles and onto the tyres on the pit bend. But we've got a thumbs up. Evie Lee's absolutely fine there, stranded on the pit bend. So superb, dramatic racing there from Evie as she bounced over the rubber tyres. But we've got Riley Parkins still out in front and being chased down by Alfie Clark Morris in 481 on the back straight. They'll be catching up with the back markers of Patsy Griffiths and Phoebe Grace and Todd Hunter. Harry Marsden looks around the outside of fellow young gun 329 Mason Fairbrother. And Lewis Carpenter up the inside of Lewis Nicklin in 284, also a very experienced youngster around here in 284. Harry Marsden has now made that stick around Mason Fairbrother. And Logan Tout's also making good progress in this one once again as he chases down Shelby Crandon, but it's Riley Parkins still out in front in this one. It will be 5 laps this time by for Riley Parkins. Riley Rue in 24. A really good turn of pace and much quicker than the opening heats, it must be said, for Riley. As he tries his best to fend off Alfie Clark Morris in 481. A superb opportunity to the front. Logan Tout now makes his claim on the podium. As there was a little bit of a coming in together there, I think, and they're 3 abreast into the home straight. All actual overplays here as Mason Fairbrother gets it inside of Phoebe Grace Todd Hunter by the skin of his teeth. And the pack very much bunching up now behind Shelby Crandon on the back straight, with Harriet Marsden and Lewis Carpenter on the outside, with Callum McGing on the inside line. Superb driving from Callum McGing there inside of Shelby Crandon. We've got Ethan Redmond up in the fence, and I think that's a wheel loose on turn number 2. We've got a loose wheel on the back straight. The drivers will look to avoid that. We're going to have to bring this one to caution as we have a loose wheel on the back straight. All the drivers have done very well to avoid it. I think that's come off. I think that loose wheel has come off Ethan Redmond in 25, who's stranded up against the plating. So with just 2 laps remaining in the second heat, that heat has been called early after a loose wheel on the track. And for safety reasons, we've had to call that, as we did very well there for all the drivers to avoid the rolling wheel down the back straight. They did very well to evade that. So we'll give that back to its rightful owner in Ethan Redmond on the top bend. alongside Ella Rose, Todd Hunter, Carter Harvey, Leo Ashdown and Eli Smoothie. But away they go, the green flag drops. Good start from Logan Staunton and Lawson Lunn. Lawson getting a little bit caught up there as Eli Smoothie had a slow start. And it's Ella Rose, Todd Hunter who leads the way for the opening lap of this one. But already Logan Staunton around the outside. Logan got caught up twice in the opening heat, so didn't register a final result unfortunately, but Lawson Lunn and Liam Fairbrother, the top three drivers already up into the top three positions. Liam Fairbrother makes easy work of Lawson Lunn this time. Lawson looks to challenge again though, looks at the inside. Great battle from those two drivers as they contend with the very uneven surface here at Grimley, which makes a hell of a difference in the Ninja Karts, bouncing around all over the place with no suspension. So this could be a really good race here between these top three drivers as they overtake Eli Smoothie, who sensibly moves out to the side onto the loose stuff. Logan Staunton is setting the pace this time as he looks to the outside of Carter Harvey in number 8. Shaylon Lacey up the inside of Leo Ashdown on the pit bend. And Lawson Lunn once again fending off the challenge of Liam Fairbrother, our Heat 1 race winner in 1:15. Shaylon Lacey now looking to the outside of Ella Rose Todd Hunter on the pit bend. It's a long way round and he's got to be mindful of Eli Smoothie on the outside line as well, which has held him up a little. And now our top three drivers will be catching these back markers. This is where it gets tricky for Logan Staunton, who looks to the outside of Leo Ashdown. And he's going to have to opt. Bouncing all over the place. Lawson Lunn there got very crossed up, bounced all over the place and lost traction for a moment and bounced onto the outside line, which has allowed Liam Fairbrother through. So we've got a change in second position. No doubt about our leader with 4 laps to go as Logan Staunton is out in front. Liam Fairbrother though, what a turn of pace. Liam Fairbrother having overtaken Lawson Lunn, and Logan Staunton's got a little bit caught up trying to overtake Shaylon Lacey, so Liam Fairbrother once again out in front in this one. We lost Eli Smoothie onto the infield unfortunately. So it's Liam Fairbrother out in front, bouncing over the uneven surface. So Liam Fairbrother is with 2 laps this time. So Liam Fairbrother from Logan Staunton. Oh no, Liam Fairbrother's lost it. We've lost the leader and our second position. They've both gone in the closing stages of this one, and Lawson Lunn takes up the running. Well, that wasn't expected. An unforced error there from Liam Fairbrother, and then Logan Staunton followed him round. So we lost both top 2 drivers on one corner. It's into the last lap, and Lawson Lunn has been gifted a trophy here as Liam Fairbrother does his best to catch up around the outside of Shaylon Lacey, but Lawson Lunn it is who was gifted the win there in the final stages. Logan Staunton with a quick recovery takes second position, and Liam Fairbrother will come in through for third despite leading with only a couple laps to go. We've got stranded Leo Ashdown on the outside line as well. We need red flags to check on the well-being of both Eli Smoothie and Leo Ashdown on the back straight. A superb racing there. So the rolling lap underway with the amber flashing lights, and the drivers will all be waiting for the instruction from the start marshal. It's 3-7-1 Nathan Lewis setting a good rolling pace in this one. And a long way back to those star drivers, and Mick Jackson 242 opting to start at the back of this one. But the green flag drops on Nathan Lewis 3-7-1, so away we go with heat number 2. Matt Smith ahead of Sam Steele into second position. And Masters already pressuring Carl Broadway into 4-5. Ollie Holford and Mick Jackson with all the work to do from the back of the grid. Owen Strong looking much better in this one. He's at the inside of Sam Steele 2-2-1 and chasing down Ryan Weston into the car park bends. Charlie Payton up the inside of Sam Steele as well. We've lost our leader 371 unfortunately, and it's got stranded on the podium. So 371, our white top driver, unfortunately an unforced error there, and he's parked himself on the winner's spot on the podium. Wishful thinking there. It's Ryan Weston out in front in 5:02, so our runner-up in the opening heat now leading the way. Owen Strong locks up and Charlie Payton gets sideways and all the way around, so we've lost Charlie Payton on the pit bend. The marshal signified to the other racers that there's a stranded car there, but Charlie has managed to rejoin on turn number 2. Owen Strong, oh dear, Owen Strong's lost power as well, and gets a love tap from Sam Steele on turn number 1. So we've lost Owen Strong, who's mechanical gremlins return unfortunately in his green machine. A nice little push there from Izzy Jackson on Matt Smith, who locked up the wheels but did manage to stay out of the wall, and Matt Smith now pressuring Carl Broadway. Always good to see a yellow top pushing the red tops. We're still out in front of this one. It is Ryan Weston from Izzy Jackson in 2:52. Our lady racer up into second position and chasing down our blue top Ryan. With only 5 laps to run this time by, 192 is a back marker, so your leader is 5:02, Ryan Weston from Izzy Jackson, with Carl Broadway 2:45 up to third position at your. And our Heat 1 winner at Masters now up into fourth position and wanting to make his mark on the podium. And don't discount Ollie Holford in 681, who's having a blinder here from the back of the grid. With only 3 laps this time by, he's going to run out of time if he doesn't make a move soon. Izzy Jackson closing the gap on Ryan Weston. Nick Jackson looks to get his. Oh, well, we lost Ant Masters unfortunately. I presume that's the technical gremlins there for Ant Masters in 25. He was doing very well in fourth position there. But we've lost Ant Masters on the back straight, so Ollie Holford's promoted to fourth position with 1 lap this time by as Izzy Jackson takes up the running on turn number 4. So Izzy Jackson is showing the boys how it's done on the back straight from Ryan Weston and Carl Broadway in third position, but it's Izzy Jackson who comes away with the checkered flag and the trophy. Well done to Izzy Jackson in 2:52 from Ryan Weston and Carl Broadway. Ollie Holford through for fourth position, our current championship points leader. Today from the Scrapyard Screamers, Carl Smith, Mark Fletcher and Rob Smith turning out some superbly sign written cars there, all sponsored by Carl's Car Removals. So yeah, I think we're looking to the starter for the time positions. Here we go, so the marshals indicate they can start, and away we go with Brad out in front. We've got all cars going. And already Scrappy is in trouble on the back straight, and I'm not sure if he's trying to stop Jack Priest, but it's worked. Jack Priest now rejoins in front of the star drivers, but oh, Jack Priest goes straight in for a hit on Ashley Harrison, spins him to one side. So Ashley Harrison now facing the wrong way after he's trying to stop Jack Priest in the Astra. I think there's a bit of tactics going on here as Jack Priest is high up in the points in the championship, so it's Brad Tow out in front with Jamie Holloway in second position. Jack Priest is your back marker. Mason Brooks with a big push on Mark Fletcher against Sam Cordell goes in as well, and so does Tyler Brett. So some superb action on the pit bend. Sam Cordell in the Fiesta with the wheels pointing in every direction, but Mason Brooks it was who instigated that on the pit bend. So superb action from the Team Demons driver of Mason Brooks, 210, putting Mark Fletcher in. Sam Cordell's coming proper there as well. Team G's, oh, Team G's is Tyler Brett's hit the plating, that's caught out Rob Smith, but I think he's got away without any damage there. Mason Brooks retires to the infield in his Astra after that superb hit on Mark Fletcher into the plating on the pit bend. Tyler Brett with a spin on Dan Lacey on the back straight, so Tyler Brett now having won the opening heat and knowing he's not winning this one, he's going to go crashing. Mason Brooks looks to rejoin in this one, puncture of tyres, I think, with steering damage after that hit into the plating. Courtesy of the Demons driver Mason Brooks. Jack Priest passes Jamie Holloway in the Focus. Mikey Bishop looks to rejoin, and Brad House up the inside with 4 laps this time by 4. Brad House out in front, it's got 4 laps in the Focus. So currently a flag to flag lead for Brad House. As the cars start to space out a little, we've got Carl Smith with some with his front wheel pushed back and tyre smoking. Now what's Tyler Brett up to? Tyler Brett's the one to watch. He's looking behind him, he's waiting for his target. Who is he going to hit? Tyler Brett's the one to watch here in 286. He's got a puncher at the front. Mason Brooks has lost it and has almost lost his fin plates as well on the back straight. Who's Tyler Brett looking for? I think Carl Smith's going to take the invitation. So there we go. Carl Smith goes for a hit on Tyler Brett. Tyler Brett slowing up Carl as best he can. Pulls the handbrake and spins it onto the infield. But this time by as the checkered flag drops on Brad's out in 992. Your second place driver is Rob Smith in 123. Once again this driver scoring lots of points towards their championship. And the red flag finally drops on heat number 2. Once again, lively stuff from a relatively modest He had the whole pack behind him at one point, but did very well to stay out of trouble. It looks like we've lost our single white grader Tom Steele, unfortunately, in 26 after coming together in the closing stages of heat number 1. So this race will be led away by Wayne Wadcock in 29. So 29, Wayne Wadcock it is, who will set the pace on our rolling lap. The one to watch has got to be Ryan Haytree in 92, our earlier race winner, starting on the second row of the grid as he's a yellow grade. We need to keep the gaps right between the grades, and we look to the starter for our green flag, and the green flag drops away we go. So already Ryan Haytree straight out in front in this one on the car park bend, but Wayne Wadcock's having none of it. Wayne Wadcock holds on to the lead from Ryan Haytree, and now Mitchell Price in 55 wants to get past Ryan too, and indeed does with a bit of a tap. A little bit of door handling there, but it's all part of the racing. So Ben Mayo around the outside of Triple 2, Toby Clark. And already Graham Jackson's going to have to be careful here as the race leaders will come past him, and Graham's going to have to move off the racing line. Ashley looks up the inside of Jess Salzar, leading racer in 792. And Triple 2, Toby Clark up the inside of Graham Jackson. Ben Mayo also lapping Graham there. Graham in his first outing in the hot 1600s and doing very well so far. Once again, a good battle slowed up somewhat there, and Ryan saw his opportunity. And the Red Raiders all bunching up now with Winston Price leading away from Ash Newey and Jess Towns in that grade. But they're a long way off our leaders. They're going to have to work together to not slow themselves up. We've got stablemates Ray Clark and Droopy Clark now side by side down the home straight. Still Wayne Woodcock is out in front. But now we've got our blue graders catching our yellow graders. The first of those, Droopy Clark, 222, overtaking Ryan Hatry now. They're trying to on the back straight. Sorry, that's Ray Clark there doing that overtaking move. Ryan Hatry under a bit of pressure from Droopy Clark. So it's Ray Clark now, the first of the blue graders, up into third position, pressuring Mitchell Price. This is going to get a little bit hairy as the faster drivers catch our slower drivers. 22 Ray Clark now looks on the inside of Mitchell Price. But Wayne Woodcock doing a sterling job, it must be said, at the front of the pack. Oh no, and there we go, Mitchell. Oh, big rollover from Wayne Woodcock. Wow, superb. There was me saying Wayne Woodcock was doing a superb roll out front, and he certainly was, holding up a lot of the traffic, and then just the lightest tap from Mitchell Price. Gets tagged sideways, collects one of the tyres and flips that Corsa on its roof. Hands together then for Ray Woodcock, very pleased with himself there after a spectacular rollover. We don't see that often in the hot 1600s. So we had just a few laps left in that one, so we will call that one early and the checker flags are out. So Wayne Woodcock with a spectacular rollover. Time will tell whether our photographers call that one. That was certainly a spectacular rollover from Wayne after clipping the rumbles and the tyres on turn number 3. So spectacular stuff there from the hot 1600s. We have the steward's decision was to call that race early with just a lap or two to go. So in a weird twist of fate, your winner is currently on his roof. So Wayne Woodcock it is, after that spectacular rollover, who will have to walk over to collect his trophy, while his Corsa is righted onto all four. So I'm not sure if Wayne will be walking around for his lap of honour here, but superb racing from the hot 1600s with a spectacular end. Okay, rolling lap underway for the V8 stock cars. So this time it will be 2-1-2 Dave White Jr. leading them away from the white top. And Paul Collins 522 had a bit of a torrid opening heat, it must be said. Hopefully he keeps it out of the wall this time. And 214 Daniel Jennings, who put in a superb performance in the opening heat. We'll see if he can replicate that this time live. We've also got Max Weiss out there, the only one missing in the aerofoil. So early on in this one, a big shunt from 66, Mark Holmes. Wow, that was surprising. So a big shunt there from Mark Holmes, 66 on our P1 race winner, Sam Wainwright. Sam a little bit off the pace this time. I'm not sure if that was the origin of that, but anyway, we're back to 209 Dave White passing Paul Collins into third position. Oh, a big coming together there. There's something going on between these two. That's Sam Wainwright and Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes recovers into the infield after being put into the place by Sam Wainwright. A little bit of argy-bargy between those two. I think there's some scores to settle there from previous racing. I'm not sure what that was about. But it's 2-1-4. Daniel Jennings now out in front from Dave White Jr. 2-1-2 and 209 Dave White. Dave White hopping and bumping all along turn 3, but he's looking to get past Dave White Jr. And up into 4th position now is Max White with the missing aerofoil. So Dave White now looks up the inside of 2-1-2 Dave White Jr. I don't know the relationship there, I presume father-son. So it's a Dave White 2-3 at the moment, just behind Daniel Jennings in 2-1-4. And Max White has got all the work to do from 4th position to get past both Dave Whites. And he gets it very sideways, does Max White out of turn number 4. Brad Moss now gets past 168 of Sam Chambers. Earlier race winner Sam Wainwright some distance back. Oh dear, we've got a wheel off for 209 Dave White. So we've had a wheel come off and laid on the middle of the track on turn number 1. So commiserations to Dave White there, 209. Oh, a bit of a coming together there. Wow, that was a big hit there on the rundown. So we brought them under cautions, and 168 Sam Chambers didn't quite get the message there, went flying in on 16 Max White, so I took quite a pound in there, but we've recovered the wheel. So yeah, big coming together there on the caution. Well, that's closed up all the gaps, and we've lost 209 to a safe place by the pit gate. So Dave White, 209, losing a wheel there on the home straight. Thankfully the wheel staying within the confines of the track and not bouncing out into the spectator area, but we've called the race under caution, retrieved the wheel, and we now look to restart with 2-1-4 Daniel Jennings out in front. Green flag drops on the restart, 2-1-4 Daniel Jennings. Paul Collins in 2nd position, having a much better race this time. Ashley Wareham 492 getting very crossed up into turn 1 there, very sideways. 16 Max White seems to have recovered from that hit on the rundown lap. And Brad Moss has made the most of the caution and has got himself up into 2nd position. Brad Moss, our gold top racer here, made his way up into 2nd position and will take 2nd from Daniel Jennings, 2-1-4, who takes the checkered. I think that was Sam Wainwright there who came through for 3rd position, which was a good drive from where he was earlier on, the caution helping to close the gaps. All good? All good. Okay, rolling lap underway. So Alfie Clark Morris it is in 481. Only his 2nd outing, I think. We just need to make sure we've got Patsy Griffiths going. We just need to... Oh, looks like a few problems there for number 42. There we go. 10-year-olds in these cars are very old with dodgy gearboxes. I think I'd struggle to get half of them going, so these kids are doing an absolutely sterling job. The green flag drops and away we go. So it's Alfie Clark Morris out in front in 481 and Heat 2 race winner Riley Parkin's already up to 2nd position from the back of his grade. Archie Newey, one of the ones to watch in this one in 26, up the inside of Shelby Crandon. And now putting pressure on Paddy Harper, currently in third position. Oh, Shelby Crandon's in trouble on the car park bend. I missed what happened there, but she's parked at safety by the fence. So Alfie Clark Morris still out in front in this one. And now Archie Newey does make a move on Paddy Harper around the outside of the pit bend. Shelby Crandon parked in a slightly precarious position there as the racing line widens to the fence. So I think we're going to call this one to caution while we check on 727 Shelby Crandon. We don't want her parked there. Now this is bad news for Alfie Clark Morris, 481 out in front, but the caution will close all of those gaps. So he's very much under pressure now from Riley Parkins. But first we need to recover the stricken Shelby Crandon in 727 up there on turn 2. I didn't catch what happened there, unfortunately, but it looks like we've lost Shelby, and we can't leave her sat there on the exit to turn 2, as that's where the cars are putting the power down. Oh, she has got some power actually, so it looks like we're moving again. So Shelby, who drove absolutely superbly in the opening heats, it must be said, unfortunately having to recover that Mini to the infield. So this will make things a little interesting as we have to restart with the cars bunched up. So no gaps between them now with Alfie Clark Morris. He's going to have to really give it his all to stay out in front now, ahead of Riley Parkins and Archie Newey in 26. The ones to watch as well, we've got Logan Tout there, our Heat 1 winner, in 5th position at the moment. We've got Mason Fairbrother also, one of our quicker drivers. And Harry Marston and Lewis Carpenter are not much further back. Logan Tout makes an early move on Paddy Harper up into 4th position. That's a really good start line for Alfie Clark Morris. I wouldn't know that he was a novice. He's absolutely flying today. So well done to Alfie Clark in 481. And Riley Parkins also going very well in 2nd position after his first ever race win earlier this afternoon. Logan Tout now makes his way up the inside of Archie Newey into 3rd position, and Callum McGing's hovering as well with a slight tap there on Archie Newey, and takes Archie Newey sideways, and Archie's up into the plating. Oh, that's a big coming together there. Harry Marsden's got caught up as well. Callum McGing's tapped the back end of Archie Newey one way and then the other. We're going to have to call that under red flags and check on Archie. That was a big coming together. We just need to check on Archie. So that all stemmed from a good battle between Archie Newey and Callum McGing. Callum just catching the rear quarter of Archie Newey. Unfortunately, as Archie then went to straighten up, he's overcorrected and got tapped the other way and into the wall, and he's hit the plating quite hard on turn number 4. So we'll just check on Archie. He's got all of his safety equipment there, and we'll just get the medics over to check on Archie. Must be said that Alfie Clark Morris has driven superbly for a white top driver. I don't know if he's got experience at other tracks, but he's been flying this afternoon from the white top. But he's now got no buffer at all between him and 2nd place driver Riley Parkins, who's already shown his prowess in heat number 2. So Alfie... So Alfie Clark Morris with 2 race winners behind him. Looks to the starter for the green flag, and away we go. So Alfie Clark Morris with a good start. And now with some clear road ahead of him if he can stay ahead, as Logan Tout looks to the outside of Riley Parkins. Logan Tout with a superb turn of pace there, and Harry Marsden looks up the inside of fellow championship rival Lewis Carpenter, 345. As they both hone in on 329 Mason Fairbrother, who himself is battling now with Riley Parkins. I think this final may go to some of the more experienced red top drivers. Riley Parkins quite sensibly moves off the racing line and allows some of these faster drivers through. Logan's now up the inside of Alfie Clark Morris and takes the lead on the back straight. But we've got these three red top drivers behind. Lewis Carpenter now up the inside of Mason Fairbrother. If he can make that stick, we've got three experienced drivers, three abreast over the start-finish line. They all get a bit crossed up there. Harry Marsden getting it sideways, but superb driving skill shown by all these drivers as they pass the back-marking Patsy Griffiths in 42. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy there as Harry Marsden makes his way up the inside of our novice Alfie Clark Harrison 481. But Logan's out now with quite a commanding lead of a few car lengths. Still a few laps left to run in this one, with Harry Marsden and Lewis Carpenter now in second and third, doing their best to chase down Logan in 92. So once again, a bit of door handling there between Harry Marsden and Lewis Carpenter. Logan Tower is doing his absolute best to stay ahead of these guys, but they've got a few more years experience behind them. We've got 5 laps this time by. Lewis Carpenter now looks up the inside of rival 156 Harry Marsden. And they're all over the back of Logan Tower, who's doing very well out in front at the moment. With 4 laps this time, they're really now right on the bumper of Logan Tower. But Logan's doing everything right, sticking to a tight racing line and not giving any room now to these red top and gold top drivers behind him. They've only got 3 laps to make their move if they're going to do something. And they look up the inside. Harry Marsden tries to go up the inside. There was no gap there whatsoever, and it's allowed Lewis Carpenter around the outside. Logan's done very well to keep it in a straight line under pressure from Harry Marsden, and that's allowed Lewis Carpenter to get by and take the lead in this one. So Harry Marsden unfortunately opted to go to the inside line where there just wasn't the space. Lewis Carpenter opted to go outside. And actually Harry Marsden has now made it past Logan's house, who will be demoted to third, but still a superb result from Logan, our yellow top driver. So Lewis Carpenter rounds the pit bend for the final time as the checker flag drops. So our gold top driver from the back of the grid. There was no certainty in that after a dramatic and 2 stoppages in that racing. Very dramatic racing. And the Reds come out for the Ministox in their final outing of the afternoon. Okay, green flag drops on the Ninja Kart final. Slightly slow start from there from Eli Smoothie, who had a bit of a shake-up early on in heat number 2. So Ella Rose Todd Hunter was our early leader, but already Lawson Lunn, who was gifted that win in heat number 2, up into the lead spot in this one. Logan Staunton and Liam Fairbrother also make their way past Ella Rose Todd Hunter. So Lawson Lunn with quite an advantage early on in this one. Logan Staunton doing his best to fend off Liam Fairbrother in 1-1-5. Eli Smoothie looks to pass Carter Harvey in number 8. Looks to the outside and then perhaps to the inside on the back straight. They need to be careful as we've got Liam Fairbrother, who's now up into second position, and Logan Staunton coming between them, so Eli will have to pick his line carefully as he overtakes Carter Harvey. Lawson Lunn now lapping Leo Ashdown in 2.75. And Shaylon Lacey doing his best to chase down Ella Rose Todd Hunter in 7.21. As Lawson Lunn passes once again at the head of the pack. Oh, Leo Ashdown getting it a little bit wrong there, going over the infield, and I think might struggle to get back on, though does indeed get back on after a trip over the dry and dusty infield. Liam Fairbrother now looks to get past both back markers of Ella Rose Todd Hunter and Shaylon Lacey, but he's not quite pulled that off. This is all getting a little bit packed racing. Oh dear, Logan Staunton getting very caught up there with Ella Rose Todd Hunter over the start line, but all drivers managed to recover. That's given Liam Fairbrother quite the advantage now in second position, but it's going to take some miracle to catch Lawson Lunn, who's so far out in front now with a full straight advantage over Liam Fairbrother. So Lawson might be making it a heat win and a final win here this afternoon at this rate. With 3 laps this time by for Lawson Lunn. Barring any mechanical issues, he's got to be favourite for this one. We lost Leo Ashdown, unfortunately. Leo having a bit of a coming together with the placing in the closing stages of heat number 2, so good to see him on track, but unfortunately he succumbed to some mechanical issues on the back straight. And Lawson Lunn down the back straight as he enters into the final lap this time. Down the outside of Shaylon Lacey, Liam Fairbrother still some way back, and Logan Staunton closing the gap as best he can on Liam. Could still be on for a good battle in the second position if Logan Staunton can find a way to catch Liam. I think it'll be too little too late for second position. The checker flag drops on Lawson Lunn some distance ahead. And down the road from Liam Fairbrother and Logan Staunton. Logan winning a superb battle there, but didn't quite make it to stick on Liam, so he'll take third position. And a good result so far for your fourth race driver at the moment is 7-2-1, Ella Rose Todd Hunter. And we'll call the red flag out to bring the Ninja Kart final to Okay, time for the Formula 2 Outlaws Stock Car Final. Previous race winners out on track. We've got Ryan Weston and Izzy Jackson. And Masters returns, which is good to see because he had some problems in heat number 2. So unfortunately no sign of our wide top driver Nathan Lewis, 371 for this one, so it's 221 Sam Steele leading the way. Oh, and he's had a collision straight away with 216 Matt Smith. They've got caught up and taken each other into the plating on the car park bend, but that's allowed P1 race winner 502 into the lead. Charlie Payton also putting in a good shift in second position, and Masters with a big lunge on Carl Broadway as the first of the red top drivers come through. And Masters once again hassling Kyle Broadway in 2.45, so Masters is the first of our red top drivers to come through after winning heat number 1. But Ryan Weston's still out in front. Kyle Broadway gets it over the rumbles and gets a bit of a shunt from Izzy Jackson in 2.52. Paul Smith moves to one side in 1.73 as Ollie Holford comes through to make his mark on the final. Ollie Holford looks to the inside of Heat 2 race winner Izzy Jackson, but still out in front it's Ryan Weston. I can't see Ryan remaining at blue top for long. He's had some superb results today. And blue top Charlie Payton also behind him in second position. Sam Steele and Matt Smith again battling out as they're very evenly matched, those two drivers further down the field, but Sam Smith gives Matt Smith a bit of a nudge and makes his way through. And that's happening ahead of current race leader Ryan Weston, although it's Charlie Payton who looks next to full foul of Ant Masters in third position. Remember, this is an extended race of 15 laps, so there's a little bit longer for all the superstars to make their way through, and Ant Masters is certainly doing that as he made his way through into second position. But Ryan Weston, has put a back marker between himself and Ant Masters. Oh, that's a big hit there with Charlie Payton getting it crossed up and hits the concrete filled tyres on the infield. He got a thumbs up from Charlie. He slid sideways into the concrete filled tyres there at some speed, but good to see a thumbs up from Charlie, and the engine's still running. Wow, that was a big impact there on the infield. So Ant Masters now gets past the last of the back markers, being Sam Steele, and that's Ryan Weston still out in front with 4 laps to go. Kyle Broadway up into third position under pressure from Ollie Holford in 6.81. And Paul Smith will need to be mindful of the race leader behind him as Ryan Weston once again. It's another lap in. We've got a loose wheel guard on 2.16 Matt Smith. And there's 2 laps to run in this final with Ryan Weston out in front. We could once again be on for a very close finish between Ryan Weston and Ant Masters. Is Ant Masters going to repeat his hit of earlier today where he shoved Ryan Weston aside? He's doing it again. Oh my word, Ryan Weston's fallen once again victim to a shunt from Ant Masters. So in an absolute deja vu of the earlier heat, Ant Masters comes through and takes the checkered flag from Ryan Weston. After a closing lap shunt, Kyle Broadway comes through to third, and Ollie Holford in fourth. So that concludes the final for the Formula 2 Outlaws stock cars. Don't forget, we'll see them back out for their Grand National. Okay, the pit gates together for the V8 stock cars. After a little bump, it will be 214 Daniel Jennings leading the way alongside Dave White Jr. of 212. So we've we've got both Mark Holmes and Sam Wainwright starting side by side once again. I wonder if that beef from earlier will continue. Sam Wainwright with a slow start, and a bit of a nudge from Brad Moss. Oh, there we go, Brad Moss takes out Mark Holmes. I do wonder if this beef is continuing between these drivers. That's Mark Holmes now stuck on the infield. But I think all the drivers can see him. Paul Collins 5.22 slows up and allows some of the quicker drivers through. So it's 2.14, Daniel Jennings leading the way. From 16, Max White, and 17, Robert Scriven. We've got Dave White this time with all four wheels on his machine, being overtaken by 4.92 Ashley Wareham. It looks like we have lost Mark Holmes permanently from this one. I think he's not going to be able to rejoin us in this one. And we've got 2.14 Daniel Jennings still out in front from Max White and Robert Scriven. Ashley Wareham having a better outing this time, up to 4th position. And Robert Scriven gives Max White a bit of attention, a bit of a bumper, and that's allowed him through into 2nd position. So Robert Scriven now up to 2nd and chasing down our leader 2.14 Daniel Jennings. Our back marker Paul Collins 5.22 will need to get out of the way here of our faster drivers. And the gap now closing very much for our top 3 drivers. Max White putting the bumper back in on Robert Scriven. And I think we're going to see a change in the lead very shortly as Robert Scriven looks to the inside of 2.14 Daniel Jennings on the car park end. And that's allowed Max White and Ashley Wareham through as well. So Ashley Wareham now up into the podium places. Dave White Jr. has spun on turn number 2. I think all the drivers have seen him, and looks like he's still got power, so he will recover himself and allow the fast drivers through on the inside racing line. So 2.14 Daniel Jennings has been demoted now to 4th position, and our new race leader Robert Scriven in 17th. Dave White Jr. does indeed rejoin us in 2.12. So the 5-lap board is out as Robert Scriven gives a bumper into 2.12 Dave White Jr. Get out of the way, he says, I'm coming through. 2 back markers now between our leader Robert Scriven and Brad Moss and Max White in 16. A bit of a lock up there from 2.12 Dave White Jr. So with 2 laps to go, Ashley Wareham looking to pass Max White in 2nd position. I wonder, and Max White gets a little bit sideways, that's given Ashley Wareham a chance. With 1 lap to go, I wonder if 4.92 will make a move, but it's 17 Robert Scriven out in front. Will we see a last bend lunge from 4.92 on 16? No, opting for the more sensible approaches to settle for 3rd position, but it's 17 Robert Scriven who takes the win from 16 Max White and 4.92 Ashley Wareham. Gold Toss Brad Moss came through for 4th position in that one, ahead of early race leader 2.14 Daniel Jennings. Graham Jackson making it back out for his third outing of the afternoon, so he's getting a full day's racing here at Grimley. But it's Mitchell Price and Ryan Hatry, the yellow graders, who will be leading the way. From treble 2, Joby Clark and Ben Mayo. We have lost a few of our blue graders here over the afternoon. No sign of Dwayne Underwood from the blue grade. And it's Jess House who leads the charge from the back of the field from the red graders. Ryan Hatry doing his best to prevent Mitchell Price from getting away in this one. And Joby Clark, the first of our blue graders to come through ahead of Ben Mayo in fourth. So Mitchell Price leaves a little bit of a window there for Ryan Hatry, who thought about it. A little bit of contact there between Ryan and Mitchell, but they both come out unscathed, and Mitchell Price still remains out in the lead. Ray Clark part on the tail of Jess House Gold Fiesta. And Ben Mayo trying his best to get past Joby Clark there in the battle of blue grades. Our leaders now come to Graham Jackson as they look to the outside. They manage to get past him with no trouble. Graham Jackson needs to stay out of the way here of our faster drivers, otherwise it might cause carnage, but Graham's doing well to hold a tight line. The other drivers have seen him when they're going around the outside. I think Jess House a little bit caught up there. And Jack Buckley with a superb move down the outside and then diving down the inside on his challenge to pass Ray Clark. Bit of a nudge there on Jess House and Ray Clark as well. But still out in front is Mitch Price, Ryan Hatry doing his absolute best, trying to unsettle him. Oh, we've lost Ash Newey on the bottom bend. His driver's side up on the turn 1, but off the racing line. I'm not sure what happened there. But we've lost Ash Newey. We're going to wave the yellows here. So this will completely change the complexion of the race, as all the gaps are going to close up under caution. We have 4 laps remaining. So unfortunately we lost Ash Newey's Ash Newey in 28 got caught up on turn 1, and that's bad news for Mitchell Price, out in front, but now with the pack closed in on him behind. So the rolling lap is underway, led by Mitchell Price, who has led since the opening lap of this final. By the time the pack come around to the start finish, it'll be 3 laps remaining, so it's going to be a 3-lap dash to the checkered flag. But the car's very much bumper to bumper now, following the caution for Ash Newey's demise on turn 1. So we look to the starter for our starting instructions. 3 laps this time by the green flag, drops, away they go. An excellent start from Ryan Hatry as he looked to the outside of Mitchell Price, but hasn't quite made his sticks. He looks down the back straight. Ben Mayo now will be looking to the inside line as Ryan's opted to go outside. Oh, a bit of door handling there between Ryan Mayo. Ryan Mayo's over the rumbles and onto the dirt as he tries to get to the inside of Ryan Hatry. There wasn't really a window there. Ryan shut the door on him and has actually managed to get around the outside a bit, coming together further down the field with Winston Price going into, after coming together between stablemates Joby Clark and Ray Clark. And Winston Price had nowhere to go, went into the driver's door. Mitch Price has also come a cropper. It's all happening in the final stages of this one. Ryan Hatry still out in front. On the final lap with Ryan Hatry looking to take the checkered flag from Ben Mayo and Jess House in 3rd position. Wow, what a lively it's Ryan H who takes the spoils in the final. Wow, okay, so our strictly non-contact hot 1600s had plenty of argy-bargy there. So a nice controlled pace for the Formula 2 Outlaw Stock Car Grand National and Masters away, but one lap down. So our current leader is Matt Smith in 2.16, closely followed by Sam Steele in 2.21. You'd have to bet Ryan Weston will be in the mix again this time, as he's already up to third position from his blue grader start. But he's been absolutely flying all day. Izzy Jackson and Carl Broadway battling out as the first of the red top drivers to come through. Slightly down on numbers in this final, so it might give the opportunity for Ollie Holford to come through from the back in his gold top position. So it's Matt Smith 2.16 leading the way from Ryan Weston. Sam Steele now drops to third position. And Ryan Weston is all over the back end of our lead car, Matt Smith. And Ryan Weston threads his car through the eye of the needle, through the window, on the inside of Matt Smith in 2.16 and takes up the running. Some pushing and shoving there between Ollie Holford, Izzy Jackson and Carl Broadway. And Ant Masters has made his way onto the back of the grid as he chases down Nick Jackson. And again, more argy-bargy from the red tops, this time Ollie Holford pushing Izzy Jackson aside, and also collecting Sam Steele as well onto the outside looser surface. That's allowed Ollie Holford through into fourth position. Matt Smith, our yellow top driver, doing very well to hold off, but he's got a big shot there from Ollie Holford on turn 3, and that's allowed Izzy Jackson through as well. But it's Ryan Weston out in front by a few car lengths from Kyle Broadway, and now Ollie Holford in third. And Masters is in the mix though. Can he do it with a lap handicap? And Masters now up to 6th position. Make that 5th position. With 5 laps this time by. With 5 laps this time by for Ryan Weston. And Masters up to 5th position with a superb drive considering his handicap. But it's going to take some doing to catch his fellow red graders of Izzy Jackson and Kyle Broadway currently running in 2nd. The question is, can Ryan Weston, our blue top driver, hold off the challenge from these red top drivers? With three laps this time by in what's been a stellar afternoon for Ryan Weston in terms of results. He's lost out to 2 last lap lunges from Ant Masters, but he's going to have no such trouble today as Ant's far down the field due to his lap handicap. But he could still succumb to Kyle Broadway, who is closing in, it must be said. We could be in for yet another very close finish for the Formula 2 stock cars with 1 lap this time. We're looking into the last lap. Can Ryan Weston stay ahead? A big shunt from Ollie Holford does not pay off on Kyle Broadway. Can Kyle Broadway make a move on Ryan Weston on the last lap? He takes the takes him out. Oh, he's pushed Ryan Weston all up into the wall. Oh no, Carl Broadway's taken Ryan Weston out into the wall, and Ryan creeps over the line for 5th with front end damage. What a shame for Ryan Weston, who has to park up on the outside line. Wow. Okay, a dramatic end there to the Formula 2 Outlaw Grand National. So a superb drive from Matt Masters with his lap handicap coming through to take 4th position, but commiserations of Ryan Weston, who drove an absolute blinder, was way ahead of all the red tops, and Carl Broadway 245 just picked him up at the end, right literally entering turn 4 on the exit, and ran him up into the wall, and he's now got front end damage. Ryan did limp it over the line for 5th position, but he'll be disappointed with that after a superb drive early on. Their Grand National. Unfortunately, we've lost Mark Holmes after some unwelcome attention from some of his rivals, and hit the plating and got stranded on the infield. So I think Mark's called it a day, unfortunately, in 66. So the rolling lap complete, the green flag drops on Dave White Jr. in 212, as well as Daniel Jennings in 214 and Paul Collins in 522. With all the work to do from the back is our roll top driver, 15 Grant Moss. Oh, that's a big one. So 522 Paul Collins retired to the infield and caught our concrete filled tyres on the infield. Went flying through the air there. I don't know if that was intentional, but he did not time that well and smacked the concrete tyres. But it's a thumbs up from Paul, so that's good to see. That was pretty spectacular. So, looking back to the front of the grid, we've now got 212 Dave White Jr. way out in front, with Max White in 16 and 209 Dave White behind. Daniel Jennings is cleverly moving out to the outside line to allow these quicker drivers through. Ashley Wareham getting very sideways there on turn 4. She also took 3rd in the final, so she's hot on the tail of Robert Scriven in 17. But that's allowed Brad Moss on the inside of Gold Top driver. Still out in front, it's 212 Dave White Jr. from Max White in 16. And now in 3rd place is Dave White 209. Who early lost the wheel, but good to see he's going well in this one. In 3rd position, Sam Wainwright in 227 now up into the podium places past Dave White, who also allows through Brad Moss in 15 in the all gold livery. I can't see anyone catching our current lead car. 212 Dave White Jr. So your current lead car is 212 Dave White Jr. with 5 laps to go. From 16 Max White and 227 Wayne Wainwright. We got a black flag for 17 for a front puncture. And it's 212 Dave White Jr. still out in front as 17 retires to the infield. And it's just 2 laps to run in this one, so 2 laps in the Grand National for 212 Dave White Jr. with 16 Max White hot on his tail, followed by 227 Sam Wainwright. And we're into the final lap for the BA Stock Cars Grand National. As Sam Wainwright looks up the inside of 16 Max White and turns Max White inside. He's gone backwards into the tyres and up over the tyres on the infield, throwing up a cloud of dust. But it's a win for Dave White Jr. in 212 from Sam Wainwright. And Ashley Wareham comes through again for a third position. So it looks like we've lost a car or two. We've got no sign of Ash Harrison out there, Scrappy in 46. So away we go, a bit of a slow start there from Rob Smith, but Sam Cordell already putting the bumper in on Mason Brooks in the Fiesta and spins him aside. But it's Jack Priest that leads the way, with Mikey Bishop and Carl Smith in second and third respectively. And Tyler Brett once again on the back end as Sam Cordell undoing all that fantastic repair work. So once again Tyler Brett in the thick of the action, turning Sam Cordell onto the infield and kicking up all the dust. I think both of those drivers will be able to restart, but it's Jack Priest leading the way. Mason Brooks rejoins, as does Tyler Brett on turn one. So Mikey Bishop up into second place from Jamie Holloway and Brad Tao. And Rob Smith turning Mason Brooks aside on the back straight. Carl Smith also playing games. It looks like he's slowing down. No, he's back on the pace on the home straight. So Jack Priest is who leads the way from Mikey Bishop and Jamie Holloway. Brad Tao lurking in fourth and looking to get into the podium places. Oh, big shot there from Jack Priest on Carl Smith. I think he knew what Carl was up to there, so a good hit from Jack Priest on Carl Smith. And Rob Smith with a big shot on Mason Brooks on 210 in the Astra. Fantastic hit there from Rob Smith. In 1, 2, 3, and Carl Smith takes Jack Priest to the side as well. In front of the pack, Jamie Holloway goes into Mason Brooks with a bit of auto sculpture and gets caught up on the Astra, so it's all kicking off for this final. Jamie Holloway very much stranded on the top of the bonnet of Mason Brooks' 210 Astra. And Carl Smith in with a hit on Mason Brooks once again. It's freed up Jamie Holloway, but he's got a shaft hanging out, so he's going nowhere. Tyler Brett takes Mikey Bishop up into the plating, very much by the driver's door there. Mikey Bishop now stuck on the back straight. I think Mikey Bishop might be prone to a hit here from anyone who's keen. In the middle of the back straight, I wouldn't want to be sat there. Tyler Brett comes around and thinks better of it. Mikey Bishop doing his best to recover to the infield. I think he's got back wheel damage there, whereas Tyler Brett running up to the wall. And he's lost the tyre off the back wheel. 4 laps left to run in this final. With the field somewhat depleted after some really good action early on. I think that might be the last we see of Mason Brooks' Astra that we've seen out many times before. joins us on the back straight in 8.23. Timing his rejoin. Oh, and the back wheels come off. The back wheels come off on Mikey Bishop. It's in the middle of the track. Brad's out does well to avoid it, but we're going to have to go to red because that's come off right in the middle of the track. We can't have anybody hitting that. Okay, bit of drama in the last couple of laps of our final with Mikey Bishop rejoining. He had rear end damage after a brush with the wall courtesy of Tyler Brett. And the wheel was loose when Mikey rejoined. Little did he know that the slightest turn and it would come off. So he's lost the wheel. We've got fire. Fire there. There's a fire on 1, 2, 3 as well, so we need to get that put out. 1, 2, 3 looks like it's on fire. So we'll just get that checked out. So it's all happened in the final stages of our final with Mikey Bishop losing a wheel. Our current positions, we've got Brad Tout in 992, in first from Tyler Brett in 286. And 564 Jack Priest currently running in third position if we look to restart this. So bear with us while we check on a fire under the bonnet of 1, 2, 3 Rob Smith. And the steward has deemed that we can call the results on that. So we have a confirmed top 3 of Jack Priest 564 in third, Tyler Brett 286 in second, and your winner 992. Brad Tout takes the win in the final for the Bangers. Okay, so bear with us, we've brought the final to a conclusion. We have a final result with Brad Tout 992 taking the win in our final. And the drivers have opted, there are insufficient drivers for a demolition derby on this occasion. So we've round out the meeting with that final. Thank you very much for attending this afternoon. We hope you've enjoyed your time here at Grimley. Don't forget we're back here on Sunday the 15th of September to do it all again. Please drive safe and keep the racing to the track. Thank you very much from all of us here at Grimley Raceway. Good night.